The acting national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Damagum, survived attempts to remove him from office this week. In the lead-up to the party's National Executive Committee meeting, the issue of whether Damagum should maintain his position or be substituted had been the focal point of discussions among party officials. Formerly serving as the PDP National Deputy Chairman, North, Damagum assumed the position of acting national chairman after the court suspended the party's national chairman, Iyorchia Ayu. Of course, I still have with me right here, Justice General, and Olufemi is still standing by. Now, Justice General, very quickly, what do you make of the current leadership crisis in the PDP?
Okay, for me, I was even shocked that, I was shocked and happy, that it didn't bring, the last meeting wasn't chaotic, didn't get into chaos, and there was not so much trouble.
Considering the history of
considering the fact that a Wike and an Atiku were in the same room and resolutions were read to, I was expecting reasonably that the acting chairman would actually lose his position, especially because of the clamor by the lawmakers of PDP extraction. A lot of my expectations didn't work out, but I'm very, very happy because I will always say that there should be a vibrant opposition. That is what makes democracy work. That's what makes the party in power stand on their toes. So I'm happy for what happened to the PDP, and I wish them very good luck or better luck next time.
Olufemi Lawson, quickly, why has the PDP chosen to delay the resolution of its leadership crisis until August?
Well, is that really a crisis in PDP? Because before you define that as a crisis, you must look at the party itself if it can really define its purpose. For me, the PDP does not have a purpose. It's just a conglomeration of people waiting for the next election, seeking platforms to contest the next election. If it's going to be seen as a serious political party, if it's going to play the role that the now governing government party, APC, played while it was in the opposition, then one can begin to take the party seriously. But for me, I just think PDP is just like a marketplace, a market where comes all forms of character. Anybody from any part of the society can come and trade, buy and sell. PDP looks much like a market square to me, and that is why I don't see any ideological dispute or any fundamental dispute within the PDP. And for people expecting, any form of uprising during the last NEC or subsequently, we're only, being illusionary, because the truth is that PDP, as it is, does not represent a clear-cut opposition political party. It does not have a clear-cut defined ideology. So for me, it's just a political party that exists for the next available election. And that is why, irrespective of whatever the character of leaders that it currently has or may have in future may look like to us outside, it doesn't in any way have any meaning on those who are really within the party, because the party is not in any way looking like a serious opposition party that can be interested in what the character of leaders are or what it should be or not. So anybody can be the chairman of PDP, acting chairman. The acting chairman of PDP can be. Today we have members of the PDP who are serving in the government of the All Progressives Congress. So how can you take that kind of a party seriously and begin to expect that it will enforce some disciplinary measures if there are issues of leadership or other contending issues within the party? So for people who were expecting that something important will happen in that NEC, we're not really aware of what the PDP looks like currently. For me, the PDP is just like a marketplace, like I said, accommodating the canary, and it will continue to be like that until the party finds its purpose.
All right, talking about finding its purpose, what exactly would you suggest happen in that party right now to give them a certain level of focal vision that they're really, really getting serious?
The PDP is supposed to be the major opposition party. It's supposed to be a party challenging the incumbent, providing alternative policy programs and agenda for the people, even without an election in place. But today, the PDP is practically, in fact, we have seen leaders of the PDP, before even the NEC, advocating for a second-term ticket for the incumbent president, who is a member of the All Progressives Congress. So the party must find its purpose to the extent that it must first wake up and realize that it is not PDAPC, but PDP, which is supposed to be an opposition party Until that is done, the party will just remain a platform available for sale during the next election, and it's going to be nothing other than that.
All right, Justice Jenna, very quickly, he just talked about the fact that the party at the moment doesn't seem like it's ready to be an opposition party. Do you think the Labour Party has taken that position with the current state of things happening at the moment?
No, I don't think Labour had it, and we must always remember the history of Labour. Labour was nothing before Peter Obi. Okay. And because of that, Labour presently is even more messed up than PDP, with its leadership, the chairman, the criminal charges against him, the fact that he's put in the office, is removed from office, there is a convention, there is need for another convention, and things like that. So Labour Party is not the opposition party, even though following its performance in the past election, it would ordinarily have been expected to be. But Labour Party is presently a distant third when it comes to, but it's not even playing the opposition role. Yeah, Mr. Peter Obi is doing what he can to actually lend his voice to some policies, criticizing the present government as I expect him to, and advising the present government as I also expect him to, but Labour Party generally not doing it. As for PDP, they are not doing it, but PDP is still in a better shape. So
are you saying the PDP, they are not united, and that is why they don't seem to have that focal vision to do what they're supposed to do? Do you think so?
To a large extent, yes. And I feel that the divide that was in the PDP pre-election still exists, even though it looks like, okay, a lot of it have been mended. And that was also demonstrated by the past neck.
But some are alleging that the dominant character of Atiku Abubakar is holding the party back. What exactly would you suggest happen? And from what I understand, Atiku Abubakar, it doesn't look like he's ready to step down. He's still very, very determined to be president.
Atiku won't step back. Atiku is dominant the way he said. And in politics, I always see it as a game of you bring the value you have to the table, negotiate with other persons who also have values, and try to encapsulate their value in your own. So, of course, with a trade-off of maybe one of the things they want, maybe an office or an appointment or things like that, and form an amalgamation to be able to maybe match your opposition. That's the way generally politics works. So I expect that that's what Atiku Abubakar is presently doing. He feels that he has the most value. Okay. He wants to get more values in order to be able to get what he wants.
All right, Olufemi Lawson, in a few seconds, quickly, the dominant character of Atiku Abubakar in the PDP, do you think it's what is holding the party back?
No, the party, Atiku, just like every other politician, have right to be ambitious, they have right to remain in the party, they have right to use the party as a vehicle to actualize their ambition. But the bulk of membership of that party have a duty to determine what leadership would represent in the party. They must be ready to take the party back from these very few individuals who are beginning to think is their private estate. The major members of the party who are dominant in the National Assembly, states across the confederation, across the states of the federation, must wake up to actually drive the processes of the party and not surrender the direction of the party into the whims and caprices of one individual who is ambitious or one person who wants to tackle his ambition that we are currently experiencing. So,
all right, I think we lost our signal there. Well, I think that's about it. Olufemi Lawson, thank you very much. Of course, he's the Executive Director, Center for Public Accountability, who joined us via Zoom. And of course, Justice General Lawyer, thank you so much for your time. Pleasure. Thank you so much. All right, and that's our show for today. Remember, you can follow the conversation on our social media platforms at TVC News NG or on our website at tvcnews.tv. I am Mark.